Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Abe. How are you, sir? Good morning, Adam. Brad. Good morning, James. How are you? OIS. Good morning, Scott. How are you, Steven? Good morning, Omer. Good morning. How you guys doing? I don't know if you guys saw, but Apex did the 90% starting today and ending on the 7th. So make sure that if you're looking to get more accounts and or up resets, that you see the link that I put in to get more accounts. So let's take a quick look here and look at the market. We have a 200 and 100 NT Rinko that is in sync on the short side. The market closed from Globex at 828 on NQ. So 828 on NQ, and we're looking for a target of 703. So that's the next target that we are looking for. We have a harmony zone number 1, which is 753 by 63 and 78 by 88. Those are the targets that we are looking for right now. Yeah, we should be seeing a push lower right off the bat here. All right, a nice selling pressure. And here comes that 703. All right, this is critical here. We have to close it. If they flip this candle, yeah, here we go. All right, that's what we need to see. All right, so now market shifted. Not shifted in the fact that we have a continuation trade to 678 as a target. That's the target right now, 678. Harmony zone number 1 moved to 28 by 38 and 53 by 63. And we're moving toward that next target. Rallies are shortable. I mean, we should be seeing a bit of a back and fill behavior. Hey, Lance Fit, good morning. Okay, that's fine. I was trying to fade and see if I can catch a run up against that trend, but no, the market is still a lot weaker, a lot weaker. That's okay. Man, I mean that's a big bleed here at 53. So that's the next target. I mean they're just taking one target after the other, and fairly quickly. A market is short. A market is short. Target is hit. Next rotation is 678 by 88 and 703 by 713. Is it Jonathan Shelton? Okay. Is it gonna crash? It's crashing right now. It is crashing right this moment. Next target is 628, harmony zone number 1, 7888, 703 by 13 is harmony zone number 2. Okay, okay. Big selling pressure. Captain set up short on on the 20 NT Rinko here. Well, that's interesting. The next target in this rotation, Jonathan, is 628. I mean, you have to be very specific in what you're asking. Okay, so the market is doing this number here. You have a lot of support that's going to come in between 605 to 516, and I'm looking for rallies to short into as we approach this level here between the 609 to this 520, I will back off from getting short, and I look for, you know, more confirmation at that point in the form of testing harmony zone number one, harmony zone number two. But that's the expectation of 628 as a target. I would reevaluate that if we reach anything above 700. So if we go up to 700, then that idea is going to be paused. All right, coming up at 628. That 628 target is coming up and it's hit. Now, market is shifting. The harmony zones are shifting to 53 by 63 and 78 by 88. Rallies are continuing to be shorted, and we're looking for short signals, and we are looking for a target of 603. Now we're coming into that zone that we talked about where we should be getting a bit bigger, a bigger bid coming into this market. So we gotta just watch out for a bit of counter trending going on here. Khaled, good morning. I mean, like right here, it's not. Yeah, so we have crude oil inventory report coming in at 9:30 Central. That's what we got going on right now. Okay, we're coming up on that 603 here. All right, we're gonna be watching this market, but that's our target, 603. We'll reevaluate if we get anything above 670. Here comes that target. We hit target number 5 too at 607 and a quarter, and now we're coming up on the 603 level. That's interesting here. That's very interesting right there. That is a critical behavior here where the market needed to close that 603 and we're getting that bounce. That may be a short-term bottoming behavior that we're seeing right now. ES made a captain setup short and failed it, so they're trapping the shorts, the last batch of shorts here. So we're gonna get a consolidated market in this area right now. In the next less than 5 minutes, we need to close this level at 603, or otherwise we're gonna start moving back up to that 53. Yeah, what do you mean, Omer? That's just that's the trend harmony trend system target. Yeah. So we're making a higher low here. Under that, the green, I know. The solid green is your harmony trend. Bro. This level is the trend price level. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? There is a disconnect between ES and NQ right now. Yeah, NQ is stronger. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit of a push higher. It's too obvious, but I'm gonna be patient. Still 8:55. We have plenty of time. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just that the I whenever the market does exactly this, where they get very close to the harmony target and then reverse, first touch, you really get a reversal pattern. Sometimes it's a huge reversal pattern. Sometimes it's a short-lived one, but you start getting that type of behavior. And the fact that we made a higher low than a higher low was telling me that the market is at least at a minimum going to pause here. Let's see if we can get a fill here. Yeah, let's see what the economic numbers are coming up. Yeah, we got new home sales. It's okay. I can take a little bit of risk. No big deal. Yeah, it's a medium impact. I hope they run it up. All right, canceling this order. Oh. Yeah, see how close we got. I mean, we got very close to that harmony zone, and they just boom. I was looking for a little bit higher price. Even my my order at 52.75 was not gonna get filled anyway. Here we go again. We're trying to touch that target. Let's see how strong they are. Just a wide range here. Are they gonna put a captain setup short? I mean, yeah, they could. I mean, I may just jump in on that. Oh, that's no good. Gonna get out of that one. Start 9 o'clock or 9:03. So we're getting these bounces. Like right here, they put a captain setup short. That should have flushed. And I took it for 15, got out at 22, 7 points. But that should have really flushed. And now you were getting a bit of back and fill behavior. So they're trying to stabilize it. I mean, this is like the second or the third time that we come up to this level, and the market is buying. Yeah, that's a bid right there. They're taking on bids. They're taking on the bids right here. So that's a good thing. I mean, the market's going to take a little bit of work to chew through some of these levels. I should be looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity against the 670 level. Okay, if it gets to 670, that means that the market is going to be out of sync, and there's going to be a two-sided market. But we can see early signs that there are buyers stepping in. I mean, like right here, you're getting a switch trade. We should be pushing higher to the 45.50 in the next few candles against that 824. That'd be interesting if they do the same exact thing that they did here. There you go. Mm-mm. Yeah, the captain paid. Yeah, they're paid. The captain set up short paid. Put a switch trade. They needed to start punching the 40 and they reversed it. So you're seeing one, two, three rotations in the same spot. That's what they're doing so far. Ugh. Man, I guess I'm tired or something. Yeah. They're consolidating. That's what they're doing. I'm gonna take a shot at this with a low stop below 10 and see if I can get something going on here. Just one contract. I'll add to it if it works. If it starts to work. What I'm saying is nasty. That's what it is. It's nasty. That's just a nasty little, just nothing consolidation here. So I'm gonna take a pause and let them get out of this range. Either you trade above 670 or you trade under that 600, and then we'll talk. So either break 604 or go above 670. All right. Well, that's better. So harmony zone number one is 628 by 38 and 53 by 63, and we have a target of 578 as a target. Yeah, stupid shit. All right, so let's see if we can try that one. I mean, that's here you go. I mean, that's the first touch of Harmony Zone number one. So we're hitting that 600. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of strength going on right here. A little bit of strength. Okay. Right at the top end. That's the top end of it. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Let's go. They're trying now. We have a disconnect between the 200 and the 100 anyway, right here. So we're seeing this surrounding behavior. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 trades. Okay. There's a 50 NT Rinko captain set up short and a 40 NT Rinko captain set up short. So I'm gonna have to kind of take a take a shot at it. And the stop should be above 50, 60. I'm gonna take one here. Jesus Christ, man. I gotta get out of that. I mean, that's the double captain setup right here. I can't stick around short. We're not doing too hot today. That's for damn sure. We're. I mean, a lot of these signals should be working, and they're just simply not. All right, let's pause, and we'll come back here in a few minutes and see if we can make sense out of this market. Yeah, see that? I know at the minute we put two double captain setup right here. It's just there's no way for me to stick around. All right. Okay, so we hit harmony zone number 2, which is resistance, and we're backing off of it. So a couple of things. I'll go long I'll start going long if we go above 678 and then pullbacks become viable. If they go below 625, I'll start looking for short signals. Anything in between, I'm leaving it alone. All right, all right. Okay, so here we go. 100 NT Rinko. And this is what's going to happen here. I'll give this one a shot. Next target should be the 703. I'm looking for pullbacks to buy into this. Yeah, we should see a little bit of a pullback here. The fuck is that? I mean, I got out decent on that rotation, but to be honest with you, I didn't expect that pullback to come and actually come and get me on those two contracts. Well, that's a good trade. Not really. Not really. But it was the swing trade based on harmony zone number one and two protecting me. Harmony zone number one, just look at that crap. Ooh-wee. I don't like to take that kind of risk, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Oh, wow. I'm actually break even for the day. One fucking trade. Yes. Ooh. That's a little bit of relief. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, I could have made shit little more money if that stupid two contract did not get filled right there. It is what it is, but my out here was a very legitimate out, and my trailer is a legitimate trailer. It just got hit. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Whatever. Yeah, well, it's more than 2 grand, buddy. So that's how that one looks like. Ugh, stupid shit. I'll tell you what. So we're after commission $28 down. We were down as much as three. But it just you gotta see it. You gotta do it. You gotta take the hits. You gotta keep your composure. You gotta keep smiling. Sometimes shit is gonna get tough. You gotta know how to get out of that while in complete control. I felt like Mike Tyson. I was I was I was taking all the punches. I'm ducking and weaving. I was sweating. I had to kind of keep my composure. I had to read this. I had to read this. I had to read this. I had to put my stop where it needs to be. And I mean, look how close I got to getting stopped. My stop was literally right here at 17 half. I came in within like a point or so. I got in hoping to see a run, but I wanted to add at the bottom of the cloud, at the beginning of the new harmony wave, at the bottom of the harmony wave twice. Then I paused and I put the stop under harmony zone number two. I went and added on reversals twice and just waited. It's just one of those things. Either going to come and hit me and I'm going to have to accept that loss. And get a run. But once this is the key. Yeah, it's yeah, it was a nail biter. That's for damn sure it was. Okay, this is what kind of kept me saying to myself, "Hey, listen, sure, sure, Gary." When I started seeing switch trade, switch trade, switch trade, three switch trades in a row, so that told me that told me that there's a big move coming, and then target one hit, and we got a trigger trade long, then a switch trade into that target, and that happened to be target number two. So that kept me in the trade. Then my stop for the remainder was below the cloud, hoping it doesn't get hit. And you see what happened. They came all the way down there and picked me off. But that's kind of the logic of the whole thing. I took some risk. I knew I took some risk. Basically, if that stopped me, I would still been up for the month, but that would have taken like 2/3 of it. Wouldn't have been fun, I'll tell you that much, really. But I had the logic, I had the trade, I had my stop, I had my ads, I knew my target, and every bit of it worked. Not without heat, though. But guess what? If I lost my composure in any place during this trade, and I didn't have it all mapped out in my head, I would have panicked and sold here or sold anywhere into that trade, and that would have been not a desired outcome. You gotta have the trade mapped out in your head before you get in there. You have to almost like say, okay, what would happen if they do this? What would you do? What happen if they come to that level? What would you do? What happen if they stop you? What would you do? What happen if they reverse what you're looking for? Where would you get stopped? Where would you go break even? Where's your target and why? So guess what? All of that mapped in your head before you even push the trigger on the trade. When you swing trade this, you're gonna have to look at bigger levels and bigger areas and look for bigger targets. Anyway, so what happened does not matter right now. And let's move forward and look for the next trade. So we hit harmony zone number 1 here once. This is the second time. You start breaking anything above 71. 200 and 100 are in sync on the long side. That's the captain set up short. That's the captain. We should get a little bit of a pullback here against that 72. And I actually like the fact that I mean I can take a scalp here just for shits and giggles. Well, it's too late. 60. Yeah, when you get this captain set up with a big wick, you should expect a couple of candles in your favor. Switch trade. If they do a switch trade here, I'm gonna get in, and I'm gonna be scalping here with a stop at 61. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ah, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a scalp. I mean, actually, from 52, I was looking for potential 10 points, but we're smack into support. So I had to kind of keep it a little bit tighter, but I'll take it. There is a 50 NT Rinko captain, 70 NT Rinko captain setup, short by the way. So that may end up pushing the market actually lower. Yeah, here we go. See, I mean, that's we're seeing that's just some pressure going on here. I mean, like literally, we need to break 75 in order for the longs to even have a say into this price action that we're seeing right now. Okay. So you're getting a captain setup, switch trade. The market runs up to target number two, then they run it up to the tick to this declining trend line, and they reverse it, and the market is behaving correctly to what should be expected as pressure. You have a captain setup on a captain setup long on ES that failed, so that's a trap for the longs right here. So you're getting a lot of structure that supports a declining price action, and maybe in a way to retest harmony zone number two. So I gotta pause on the idea of getting long. And now in the neutral zone, here you go. I mean, there is weakness, you could see it. All right, guys. So we're looking at a market that's just basically oscillating between harmony zone number 1 and 2. So that's in the neutral zone. We have a potential close of 603, and when that happens, you have a switch trade short on NQ, and you're looking for rallies to short into this market. Definitely not strong whenever we come all the way back down to this level and not bounce in a way. So I mean, you're seeing it here again. As the switch trade, we should see a push lower. Yeah, we should see a push lower. I mean, I could play that game with just one contract. I can play that game with one contract. My stop is right here, and we can go for a small little push lower. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. I'm losing basically 7 points. Really? Okay, well, that's that. Yeah, I'll take another shot at it. Let's go. Here we go. I'll take that as a profit on 3 contracts. I think it's gonna go lower, guys. Really, I think so. Yeah, it's gonna go lower. That's okay. At this point right here, and I'm gonna be just taking quick scalps. Here we go again. That's another rotation that should be pushing lower. Just gonna do one contract here, and I have a stop, and I'm looking for a push lower if I can get it, and if I don't, I don't. Oh, come on, come on. Ooh, you bastards. Very noisy. Very noisy, very noisy. Yeah, I may want to just stop. Let me see here. Now you're gonna watch it, and it's gonna be. I'll give it another shot, like one more time. 20. Captain setup 45. Yeah, quite choppy right here. I have 1, 2, 3 trades in that spot. That's just not. That's I need to stop trading this spot right here. I mean, if I want to keep it very very tight, then I have to take these small stops. There you go. One more time. Let's see if I can get something going on here. I'll take that one profit. Let's see if I can get another flush below 20. I should be able to. Flatten the other one. It's small scalps here, but that means I traded 4 times in this rotation. So I need to stop right here. I really think that this market is going to flush, but as long as we continue to trade under 35, actually 36 to be exact, we should be flushing. Okay. Then it's just a function. Do you want to put on a trade here and hold on to it, or do you want to just scalp it? That's a personal choice at that point. There you go. Yep. Here comes that 603. Woo. Let's take a look at BTC. Yeah, look at these bastards. Well, I mean that BTC is just a defensive move against the apocalypse, basically, with the Middle East just going up in flames. BTC is just becoming a defensive play. So if we continue to see a deterioration of the conditions in the Middle East, and then a ground war in Gaza that will lend itself to an expansion of the war that will touch multiple countries, two things may happen. One of them is the Strait of Hormuz is going to be shut down, and the Red Sea will be shut down to traffic. That's going to shoot up oil prices, and you're going to get into a situation where people are going to be frantic looking for defensive assets. So BTC is just one of them. So, technically, if you want to look at it, we are in a swing trade long on BTC. We put a captain setup short that failed into this run up to target number 2. Now target number 3 is 35,288, and then you got target number 4 at 36,830. So those are the targets that I would be looking for. I would need 33,697 to hold in order for that scenario to start moving up to those levels. And ultimately the 33,223 needs to hold as well. Lines fit. What's going on? I'm not understanding your. You saying this because of what? About my analysis of the shit show in the Middle East, or what? It's already a shooting war, and a lot of the mainstream media is not really reporting on it. Be honest with you. So when the Houthis down in the south are shooting missiles at Israel, and you got the Iraqi militias are shooting missiles at U.S. bases, then you're getting the militias in Syria are doing the same thing, and they're making contact. It's not like they're shooting a missile is getting intercepted. They're actually destroying parts of bases, U.S. bases. 25 servicemen are already injured. One died. Uh, it's you're not. We're not getting all the news from watching CNN and Fox and all that stuff. Well, you may not care about politics, but politics has a lot to do with how these prices are moving and the overall sentiment. So we need to be aware of what's going on in the world geopolitically. So this way, we're kind of more in tune with why the price is acting the way it's acting. That doesn't mean if the war expands that automatically the world the stock market is going to shit on itself. You may be surprised, it may rally. Okay, but when the question was, okay, what is BTC is doing, Bitcoin, it's natural for us to think that it's going to be flight to quality. I don't know if BTC is quality, but in the mind of people, they're going to look for assets to hide money, because if oil prices start to go higher, you are going to get an impact on the dollar. Oh, no, no, no. I understand. I understand. I'm just talking about politics here for a little bit, but yeah. I mean, I closed that short right here, and boom. I mean, the structure of the market is short. That way. It was first undecisive, but you could tell from the how the price is moving that you're going into a rotation it has good potential for a short. I knew in my own head I needed to kind of scalp more than hold on to these trades. But like I went short here, then I went short here, then I went short and cover, then I went short again. Ugh. Whew. Spun my wheels a little bit, but ended up coming out about break even on that rotation. Thanks, Lions. Okay, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I left some links here for 90% on Apex, along with a free trial in the room. So take a look. Appreciate you guys spending your day with us here. Hopefully that's helping you. Here comes that target, 578. The 578 is the next target, and then we'll start looking at the target after that. Yeah, I mean it was a switch trade at that 608 anyway. So we're I mean let's take a look at bigger targets. So this way we are thinking in terms of bigger moves, right? The next target is 552. Okay, 553. So now let's just talk about this here. This is the captain set up long that instigated that huge move to the upside. And we talked about that last time when that happened. It was like, all right, this market is going to be going higher and higher and higher. And it did. Now we're getting a retest of it. It's reasonable. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it is reasonable to expect that type of behavior. Actually, we talked about that as the price was coming down. We said if when we get to this, we're going to get a reaction to it. So we got the reaction and then we got the reversal. And now they're bleeding into the body of this range. What does that mean? That means they're really attempting to break it, but they're struggling because there's buying interest coming in and putting a pause on this type of selling pressure. So what should I expect here? I should expect rallies to be shortable. That should be my focus. And the minute we go anything above 620, to pause on both longs and short and wait for the market to completely reverse at 652, 653 in order to start looking for longs. Okay? So this way you filter out some of the noise that's inherited in this location. This location has the potential of being very noisy because you're running into support. So there's a lot of pressure on the market, and then the support comes in and they're fighting it. And that's going to lend itself to this type of behavior. So just think of it in those terms. Rallies are shortable unless you get to 620. If you get to 620, hands off. It gets to 553. Excuse me. If it gets to 653, I misspoke. 653. Then I'm going to look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, and the target for this rotation is 553. What can they do here? I've seen it before where the market will come in and break this captain setup, then reverse. So that's something that I need to be conscious of. So we had the scenario that we talked about earlier, and now this other scenario of breaking below this captain setup long, and then come back and fade that behavior. So that's kind of the overall structure of this market. And we're not, we start breaking into the 53, the cloud is going to shift, everything's going to shift, and then we have a different market at that point as well. Now, somebody asked for, let's see here, BTC. Here we go. Let's take a quick look across the board. 83. Russell 2000, you're getting that, push lower. That's crazy. Yep, here we go. And the target for that one is 1658.5. Gold, look at that move right here. Shifted the cloud and nothing but long, multiple harmony waves to the upside. We're in consolidation right now. The next target is 2275. That's the target. Against the stop of 1970. ES, we know what ES is doing. They reversed it, and now they're spending, they're challenging that. So now we're at this uncle point in ES, and ES is stronger than NQ. It's quite obvious. Okay, but the same type of pattern where they put a captain set up long here, and now they're testing the body of it. Tesla, that's a free fall right here into target number 4. Rallies are shortable against the 2019-22. Okay, the opening price is 416.25. We're under that price. Rallies are shortable, and we're looking for target number 1 and the rest of the targets on the downside. You have this rotation. So as long as we trade under 415, we're looking for rallies to short into Netflix. NQ on a daily basis, big idea here. This thing closes where we at. You're gonna have another down rotation. Target number 2 is 14,065.75 on a daily basis. That's a big deal. And I think you're going to start seeing that momentum to the downside as the conditions deteriorate in the Middle East. That's going to be the catalyst that's going to spook the market into, throwing up the price action here to lower prices. Okay? So we have channel number 1 and channel number 2 established on this rotation. This target is a very possible. Where would we reevaluate that? From a daily perspective, you almost have to get to 15,400 in order for us to reevaluate the strength of the short on a swing trade basis. Now, you may get along the way 2, 3 days in a row where the market rallies, but as long as this structure holds up, you are looking for lower prices. And anybody is doing options, swing trading, multi-day trading, you need to be, or the trader needs to be looking at the daily chart to guide them into price action. And that's something that they need to be paying, we need to be paying attention to. Target 2 and target 3, those are possible. I mean, if we want to dream big, 13,325 on a panic selling pattern is very possible. It's very possible. And all what you've done is basically take out May. Not unfathomable thing to imagine if the world stage is in a turmoil. Gold on a daily basis. I mean, here we go. When we saw this, we talked about that being a reversal. That's just a flight for protection. And you're seeing it in Bitcoin, you're seeing it in gold, you're seeing it in multiple places. Now, if you get a ceasefire in the Middle East, you're going to get a very big down day in both Bitcoin and gold. So if you're involved in any of those instruments, keep your eye on the geopolitical environment. And when you start seeing, because when the news comes, it's almost like it's too late, okay, of a ceasefire. But if it comes like, negotiations, in the form of a negotiation or meetings about a ceasefire, then you have to kind of position yourself for a down day in these instruments. Like you can't like almost like wait for the news to hit. ES on a daily basis 42.19 and a crash there. Yeah, so I mean, when I look at the daily, actually ES is weaker than NQ. On an intraday basis, it's not, but on a daily basis, it is. Okay? That's definitely weaker. And then you got target number 3, which is 41.21 and a quarter. That would be the target there. And that's a flush there. And NQ would be hitting target number 2 and 3 at that point. Apple selling off. Opening price 171.85. We're around the basically opening price right here. So that's going to be a consolidation area. Rallies are shortable. Spider, consistent with the short pressure. Switch trade, railroad, railroad, railroad. Shorts. Microsoft, QQQ, short. Rallies are shortable. YM. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. For YM Dow Jones, they put a captain setup, tested it, and tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 run up. So that's a good thing to see on the long side. NVIDIA. What are we dealing with here, NVIDIA? $433.97. So we're trading way under the opening price. Rallies are shortable. They're trying to stabilize it here after a massive short pressure. They put a captain set up short, captain long into a captain short, and that was a beautiful little spot here for a potential sell-off. And market where it's at right now. So that's the overall structure to the market. Then we can go look back at Bitcoin one more time. I mean, here we go. I mean, 35,000. You're looking for target number 3 of 35 to 84 as a defensive instrument. That's where we at. That is where we at. All right, guys. So we're gonna end the day flat so far, and trust me, I'll take it. Yeah, we took some heat, came back with an excellent trade, and even that trade took some heat. And this is where we at basically at equity high. And we will do this again tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, Lions Fit. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Remind me, and we'll have a in-depth conversation about that. All right, guys. You guys have a blessed one.